Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel we'll be talking about matters pregnancy, maternal care, child care, childbirth, labor and anything associated with bringing life to the world. In our today's video we are going to differentiate between true labor and forced labor. Especially this is normally very confusing, especially to the new moms. You may think that you're in labor, while looking at it, when you visit the hospital, you are told that it's forced labor. First, we are going to discuss about the true signs that you are now in labor and ready to bring the child to this world. Number one, contractions occur. The contractions that you feel, that is the pain you feel, is very strong and occurs at regular intervals. For example, if the pain you felt it like 30 minutes ago, you expected to feel it again and again at 30 minutes after. That means it's now the contractions are regular, and as they proceed, they become stronger. Number two, the contractions are felt, or the pain is felt from the lower abdomen sweeping back to the lower back. That is the major difference between the true signs of labor, the kind of labor, that the kind of pain that is being felt is felt from the lower abdomen sweeping to the lower back. Number three, intensity in the pain usually increase. For example, when we say the intensity increases, we mean that the pain begins when it's mild, progresses to moderate, and then to severe. When you feel it like that, just know that now the labor has begun. Another point is that this show. This show, the show, it's a medical term that is used to. It's a medical term that is used to. This is a barrier between the cervix and the uterus. When the show is seen, and this show contains mucus and some bloody elements in it. When one experiences that, just know that your cervix has already started to open up, and that is the major sign to prove that you are now in active. You are in your labor pains are true. Another point is that the cervix dilates. In this case, this one can only be established by a medical practitioner in the hospital, which is used to measure and the medical practitioner uses the fingers to determine the size in which your cervix has dilated. And in this case, you normally use the fingers. And when it's determined that your cervix is dilated, definitely the next thing is carry along through the labor, and you are sure this is labor. The second, again, in the video, we're also going to differentiate between the true signs of labor and the false signs of labor, which can most cases be, you can get confused which is which, and they are normally almost related and almost the same. For example, in forced labor, the contractions are normally irregular. What do I mean when I say they are normally irregular? They are regular in that you cannot really time them to be at regular. You can't time them and say that they are regular. For example, if the contraction was first felt like 10 minutes ago, you might feel again after 2 hours, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes. That's when we meet the contractions are irregular. The intervals is irregular in between the contractions. Number two, the contractions remains for long. Okay, when I say this, I mean that once you start feeling the pain, it takes so long to disappear. Unlike in true signs of labor, when it's shorter, disappears, comes back again, shorter, disappear, comes back again. In this case, it takes long. It also takes long to come back. Another difference is that the intensity of pain in forced labor does not change. This means when it began as being mild, it will just continue being mild like forever. You'll never it won't switch to being moderate or severe. That's another difference to differentiate between the forced labor and the true labor. Another point, the pain is normally just felt in the abdomen. Unlike in true labor, where you feel it from the abdomen sweeping back to the lower back. In this case, for forced labor, the pain is just felt in the lower abdomen alone and just concentrated there. That one can also make you know that you are just experiencing forced labor. Another one, the cervix in this case does not dilate. Yes, the pain is there, but the cervix remains closed. And as we had said, this is determined by the medical practitioner in the hospital. Once the cervix is examined and found that it has not started opening, you are sure that that one was a sign of a forced labor. And with that, I hope we are going to get more about pregnancy journeys. And in the next video, we'll be discussing something different, so keep tuned and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we may continue growing together. Bye bye. See you again later.